What's going on YouTube? Asian Eyes White Dragon here. So this is the deck profile for the Agent Tour Guides that I've been running. Very fun deck, very competitive, especially in the mirror match because so many people are running fairies right now. This has a really good matchup in the mirror match just because it main decks triple Smashing Ground plus the Forbidden Lance plus the Book of Moon. That really stops your opponent's Christia because then you can summon Christia, then run over theirs. Theirs ends up getting top decked and then they have a dead card next turn kind of, unless they have Dark Hole. But pretty good deck, so I'll explain some things as I go along. Triple Shine Ball, good with Venus. Go for the Gachi. 2 Christia, 1 Blackluster. Dark Armed, a lot of people might not want to run Dark Arm in theirs. I personally like it a lot, just because if I go for maybe a Dark Synchro or I have Tour Guide options, plus I do run Gores in mine. I like the Dark Arm ability just to push and make a game really fast, because if you have Christia out and then you can special summon Dark Armed and just normal summon something, you can usually end the game really fast, because that's what you want to do against other fairies, because if they go Dark Hole summon their Christia, then you're in a bad situation. And then 3 Veiler, because Veiler is pretty good, especially because we're running a very aggressive build. There's no back row in here. That's how I like to play this deck, just because you have multiple summons. You know, you have your Hyperion. If that gets negated, you have your Christia, and then if that gets negated, you still have your Tour Guide options. Pretty good. And then 1 Gores, just because there's no back row. 3 Tour Guide, because Tour Guide is quite amazing. Searches out, you know, Sangan or another Tour Guide, just go for a strong monster. If you remove maybe a card with your Blackluster or Dark Arm, you can get it back with Levier. And then we got Honest, which combos quite well with Blackluster Soldier, as you guys know. Then 3 Master Hyperions, a Sangan, 3 Venus. 3 is, I like 3 just because you get it more consistently and you can just use it really fast, and therefore you know, you can just get out your play as fast as possible. Plus you have the dualities, and then you have Earth to search it out, and plus 1600 attack is not that bad this format. And then Earth basically used to search out Venus, plus you remove them for Hyperion. And then Book of Moon, pretty good to stop other people's Christia, stop monsters' effects. And then Dark Hole, Heavy Storm, Mind Control. Now, I like Mind Control just because I run 3 Veilers. Helps out maybe if there's a card that I can't get over, or my opponent has a Stardust and I want to activate Dark Hole. It just works pretty nice. And then Reborn, triple MST to wreck their back row. 3 Potted Dualities just to set up your cards for next turn. But be careful if your opponent opens it with Mind Crush. You'll have to play around that kind of. And then 3 Smashing Ground just to get rid of anything. And then Forbidden Lance, just because Deep Prison is pretty good this format. People usually side it in against fairies anyways. I like Forbidden Lance though, because it stops Bottomless and it stops your opponent from like pushing. Sometimes if maybe they get out a card, you can, you know, set a Lance, but you don't really want to set too much in this deck because you might just get MST'd because you have nothing else really to set. But Lance is good because it stops Deep Prison and Bottomless, and then your Christia, it doesn't matter that it dies essentially. Because you can just get it top deck next turn and summon it again. So pretty fun deck. But as far as extra deck, 2 Gachi just in case. There's times where I've gotten 2 Gachis out, which is pretty darn awesome. And then Levier, number 17, one of those. Utopia Roach, don't really go for these much, but it's better to have the option than not have the option. Maybe you have options with somehow you get another monster and then you activate Reborn to get that level 4, you know, maybe with Honest. But you're pretty much going for Levier and number 17 and Gachi the most. Occasionally you can go for Light End Dragon, which is a pretty good card. And then you also have options for, you know, Trishula sometimes. When you summon Earth, Earth doesn't get destroyed, and then you summon Venus, get all the Shine Balls, and go for Trish from there. Pretty good deck, but let me know what you guys think. If you have any suggestions, throw it in the comment section, and I'll go ahead and give it a try out. But thanks for watching, guys. Asian Eyes White Dragon, signing out.